Welcome back to this special program on CNN IBN Architects of Change, where we have the pleasure of now interacting with some of the big names from the real estate sector who have done the country proud. May I introduce you in this segment to another architect of change, the Chairman and Managing Director of BRYS, Mr. Rahul Gaur. So, welcome.
Thank you.
We've been talking about the projects that entrepreneurs like you are taking up. What is your outlook about the Indian real estate sector and how has it been working in this industry?
Indian real estate has a cyclic pattern. It has a cycle of 6 years. It moves from bottom to top, then top remains on the top. It calls boom, then go down.
Where are we right now? Are we going down or are we on a plateau?
We are at the lower level of in recent studies. Some people are saying there are a pile of inventory, buyers are low. But in my opinion, that it depends upon the location of the project, people of the vicinity, and the positioning of the project. I have seen so many of cycle. I have been in real estate for more than 2 decades. But one thing is constant, that the actual buyer is there. Actual buyers remains in every phase of the cycle, and he constantly buy the flat. But for example, in a boom period, once we in a boom period, we have moved to Moradabad. We have launched a very good product there. But the demand of locals and the psyche of locals is towards the plotted development and villas development. Even though it was a good product, but there was a big failure. We are forced to convert it into plotted development.
Okay.
Then it means that the project should be proper and viable.
So, your businesses expand in hospitality, Medicare, advertising, and infrastructure development has been your forte. But how do you position yourself, your company, in this market?
For being in real estate more than 20 years, I realized that I always find myself on the tip of the table. If anything goes wrong, decision of the project is wrong, then I will fall down. That is why I have created a new group BRYS in 2010 and include in my forte hospitality, real estate, Medicare, advertising. That the futuristic industry, I think, is hospitality and Medicare. And real estate is my
core competency.
That is why I want to create something in real estate also.
Tell us about BRYS Buzz. What has been the response?
It is very close to my heart. I want to create an iconic and landmark project in Noida. And it will be at par with international standard. And it will certainly create a buzz in the market. If all goes well, it will be a landmark project in Noida. Noida has a very great infrastructure, and it is taking shape to reach on the next level of growth.
If you talk about the markets, if you talk about the industry and economy as a whole, markets aren't in the best shape at the moment. Rupee is falling. Do you then think that this is an NRI-friendly market, or is it a market for even Indians?
As a industrialist, I think that when rupee depreciates, it affects the Indian economy and also the PE funds, foreign funds. It pinches them and creates a panic among them. But it is certainly benefit to the NRIs, and but in my opinion, does not affect the Indian people and does not affect our real sector, because they are purchasing in a rupee, not converting their rupee into dollar. Therefore, there is no effect in our market for the real estate.
When we talk about the challenges for the real estate market, funding gap comes up to our minds. What do you have to say about that?
I think every corner they tighten our nose in every end to find a solution for our project, and or yet they want a timely completion of a project. If we talk about any other industry, if they take money for a high rate of interest, it is called a contingency. If in real estate, every fund is a gap fund. So I request the policy makers to give our eco-friendly atmosphere so that the finance can be available on an easy basis and projects can be done easily.
Elections are around the corner, and there is a lot that depends upon that, with the new government taking shape, coming into form. What are your expectations, and how do you see it impacting the sector?
In election year, generally there is a slow tendency in every department on the government. We require some approvals and sub sanctions. We now depends on the mercy of the government official for approvals or like that. Or in the election year, it is in a worse condition, But I am thinking that after election, it will move onwards, and again it will move towards boom.
You mentioned BRYS Bus is close to your heart, but is there another dream project that is somewhere in the horizon for you?
There is next, I will create a farmhouse project merging with the wellness center.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Stories like yours inspire a lot of youngsters, and you work with a lot of integrity. BRYS is known for that. What is the guiding principle that you live by, and what would you tell to youngsters who are joining the industry?
I always follows my grandfather teachings: honesty, commitment, absolute, and in Hindi कि जो जवान से कह दिया वो absolute होना ही चाहिए. वो वाला, this is the guiding factor, that the whatever commitment should be absolute in all manners.
Well, on that inspirational note, we come to the end of this program. Thanks for taking our time, Mr. Gaur. We wish you all the very best for all your projects. You were watching Architects of Change. Thanks for watching.